Hello everybody, welcome back. Before we start, I want to let you know that I don't make anything on my videos from YouTube. So, if you do like my content, please consider supporting me via Patreon. I have lots more new stories and videos on the way, some of which will only be available to those who support me there. My Patreon link is below this video in the description. You can also send a super thanks if you like the story and want to support me to make more stories like this. The super thanks button is below this video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And hit the bell icon if you would like to get updates on my new videos, and leave a comment or ask me a question, and I promise to reply as soon as I can. Thank you, and now back to the video. Today's story is about a crossdresser who always knew he was meant to be a girl. He was unhappy until one day he decided to come out to his mom. This story is called, I Came Out as a Crossdresser to My Mom. I hope you like it. I found out at a very early age that I was supposed to be born as a girl. From the first time I put on my mother's pantyhose, I knew there would be no stopping my desire to dress as a girl. I grew up with two older sisters, which made it easy for me to have access to clothes, shoes, and makeup. I would wait until everyone went to bed. Then I would sneak down to our basement where I kept my sister's things, and I would get dressed up. Then I would sneak outside and walk around the town. I don't know how, but I never got caught dressing as a girl. When I was 20 years old, I met my wife. I thought everything would be all right. Boy, was I wrong. Having all of my wife's clothes around pushed me into a whole new level of dressing. All I did was dress up as a girl. I began wanting to look like a girl all of the time. I grew out my hair and fingernails. I started keeping my body completely hairless. I had my ears pierced and my eyebrows plucked really thin and highly arched. I started sleeping in nightgowns and began wearing panties, bras, and pantyhose every day under my work clothes. My wife got sick of me being dressed as a girl 24/7 and divorced me. I moved back home with my mother where I continued to dress up. I couldn't fight the urge any longer. I needed to let my mother see me as the girl I so wanted to be. I got up one day, and I just knew this was going to be the day where my mother was going to get to meet her new daughter. I spent the day getting ready. I plucked my eyebrows into two pencil-thin lines with a high, feminine arch to them. My hair was a head full of curls, and my fingernails were a half-inch past the end of my fingers. Anyone who would have seen me would have never had guessed that I was really a boy. I waited until my mother went out in the backyard to hang up her washing. I grabbed my purse and walked downstairs into the living room. I sat on the sofa and crossed my legs like the woman I appeared to be. I opened my purse and got out my red nail polish and began giving my nails their 6th coat of polish. I felt so normal sitting there dressed as a girl. Any bit of doubt I had about letting my mother see me dressed up like a girl quickly disappeared. I couldn't wait for my mom to see me. I finished doing my nails, and I decided to walk to the kitchen and look out the back door. Maybe my mom would look up and see me standing there. That didn't happen, but I did see that mom only had half of a basket left of clothes to hang up. I walked back into the living room and waited for my mom. 10 minutes later and she had still not returned. I decided once again to take a look. I walked over to the kitchen and looked outside. One of our neighbors had stopped by and was talking with my mom. I started thinking, what if my neighbor came into the house with my mom? I wasn't ready to share my girly side with the neighbors quite yet. I had just wanted to share my girly side with my mom and no one else at this time. So I went back to my room and took off all my girl clothes and removed all my makeup and nail polish. I was so looking forward to sharing my girly side with my mom, and now I felt really upset that I was not able to do so. Later that night, I was sat with my mom and she asked me why I was looking so sad. I tried to smile and told her that it was nothing and I was okay. Then she told me that earlier today, when she had been outside hanging out the washing, she had noticed me dressed up in the kitchen. On hearing this, my heart started to race and I started to turn red. OMG, she saw me. She then said she wanted to come inside to talk with me, but a neighbor had stopped her to talk, and by the time she had returned to the house I had already got changed. Then she said that I should go get changed and put on the girly clothes I had been wearing before. She told me that I should not feel unhappy and should dress the way that makes me feel most comfortable. I went back to my room straight away and dressed up the way I had done before. I came back to see my mom with a big smile on her face. Then she said, "So I guess I have 3 daughters now." From that point on, I have always dressed as a girl in my house, and I never feel unhappy anymore. Thank you for listening to my story. If you like my content, please consider supporting me via my Patreon. The link is below this video in the description. Also, if you like my stories, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And hit the bell icon if you would like to get updates on my new videos, and leave a comment or ask me a question, and I promise to reply as soon as I can. Thank you, and until next time, goodbye.